The MoPTA requirements for this academic year are that a student must respond to the outlined activities and guiding prompts for each task. They must include the specified artifacts to support their responses, link their artifacts to the designated text box responses. For the video, you must include the MoPTA with video must include the video for task 4 per the requirements, and in doing all those must obtain a score of 1 for every step within each task. So there are 3 steps in task 2, 4 steps in task 3, and 4 steps in task 4. So that leads up to that last bullet where it outlines that it must receive a minimal score of an 11 across all 3 tasks, with the minimal being a 1 on each. So I just want to call your attention to that. And the way to do that is to hit on those first 4 bullets. And you'll be in good shape to pass the assessment, and won't need to be concerned about retaking it or any other points moving forward. Okay, so the next is talking about the website submission site and resources. So here's a screenshot of the Mega website when you go on it, and you'll see here in the red box that it's outlined teachers, because it does. We do have ones for school administrators, school counselors, and librarians. So I wanted to call to everyone's attention the structure of the information that's outlined in the website, just so that folks know and can kind of get a better handle on how to utilize the resources. So it's structured in resource, prepare, build your assessment, getting your scores, and frequently asked questions. So it's kind of almost like the process that you follow from start to finish when you do the assessment. So in the registration, it has all information about the dates and the deadlines, fees and payments, payments and refunds, the fee reduction program, special accommodations that may be needed, how to go about rescheduling or canceling your registration. So all that information is all built right together there. Then under prepare, it goes in and it outlines each of the task requirements, and it also has the rubrics linked there. So if for some reason you need to access that offline, you can always go to the website, and it's in a PDF form, so you can print it out or just access it, whatever's simplest. Then it has the library of examples there, and it has them outlined by each of the tasks that they're available, and we'll talk in a lot more detail about that in a moment. And then it also talks about the video and gives a lot of information for the students that are doing the video version of MoPTA about how to go about videotaping, requirements around the video, different video formats that are accepted, all that type of information. Then we go down a little bit further, and it has a link for all of the various support materials that you have access to throughout the completion of the assessment. Has a page all about permission forms. It has the permission forms linked in there. It has, why they need to be completed, how they're used, and so forth and so on. And then it has some more general information about submitting your tasks, how you go about doing that, resubmitting your tasks, and what the process is around that. And then we get up to into the scores area of the page here, and it basically gives you some general information about how you get your scores, sending your scores, making sure your institution receives them, or the state, or if there's other entities that you need your scores supplied to. Interpreting your scores, and just exactly what does all the information mean that you receive that comes with your score report. A little bit of information about how we go about scoring the tasks, and then a little bit of score services. So if you have questions about maybe something, you can go there and it'll explain those aspects. And then scoring policies also goes in a little bit more detail about what opportunities, rights, and so forth that you have in the event of receiving your scores and you have questions about them. And then lastly is something that we are continually updating, is the frequently asked questions. So there's a lot of information, and it's kind of categorized in a way that kind of flows similar to this page to provide you information as we get questions that we feel are valuable for others to know the answers to. So it's a quick way to go and try to find reference information. So a little bit about the permission forms. Permission forms are required for student work samples, photographs of students or adults, the video portion, observations, letters, and other materials. So there's multiple releases that are permission forms that are available. One for student releases that a parent would complete. Ones that if you have students in your classroom that are 18 years or older would complete, and then also ones if you have adults. You're required to upload these into the submission system. And one question that we've gotten that I'm going to try to help clarify now is that you're not required day one to upload them all. We understand it takes some time to collect the various permission forms throughout the process of completing the assessment. So we give you until when you're ready to hit submit for task 4 to complete that. So you're welcome to upload them as you are collecting them, but you should have all of them uploaded by the time you submit task 4. So it's a process that should have started right at the beginning when you started working on task 1 of sharing that you need these permission forms with the various stakeholders in your student teaching assignment, and continuing to try to gather them throughout until the end when you're ready to submit task 4, if not before.